All right, what up, good peoples? Welcome to Relationship Thursday. We are in the house to make it do what it do. I'm hoping that y'all are having a blessed Thursday, a blessed Friday Eve. We hope that all is well. This right here is my lovely, incredible, beautiful, delectable, sensational, spectacular.
Saw that.
It's my beautiful wife here.
Okay, baby. And this right here is my dapper, debonair, amazing homie. My boo, my baby, Aisa.
You trying to find like what you
I'm trying to figure out how you went to do some of the music and
because then you just took over. You took over.
You got out for the screen and then you just left it on.
Because you reached your hand out and tried to interfere with what I was doing. What up, y'all? What up, IG? I'm hoping that y'all are having a blessed day. Again, happy Friday Eve. We are in the house to talk about a topic that definitely needs to be talked about. We're talking about marriage and social media etiquette, y'all.
Marriage and social media. All the people on social media. What's up, Instagram? We getting ready to talk about it tonight because it never ceases to amaze me how much this is an issue for people.
Yeah.
Being on social media, and at this point in this day and age, social media is a everyday part of life. But when folks don't have good boundaries. When there's some confusion going on, it can blur things in the relationship and in the marriage. So tonight we want to talk about that, and we want to just get into the likes, the comments, the DMs, how much you be doing and what is doing too much. And you just be having whole conversations with other people, what y'all be talking about. Do you be in the DMs?
Yeah.
You be in the DMs with other women?
No, hell no.
Who you be in the DMs with?
I mean, we got a business, boo. We got a whole business.
I just don't know. So,
I'm in the DMs with folks that that are interested in receiving our service. That need some help.
Outside of that. You be in the DMs?
Nah.
Talking to people what's going on?
Nah.
I like that dress you had on in that picture.
No. I ain't about that.
I'm just saying because some people out
here. I ain't about that life. I don't want that smoke.
They be on a whole other thing. And here's the thing. I call them micro interactions. There's so many people who don't think it's a big deal. They're like, oh, it's small. It's not that big a deal. It's not real. They feel like it's not real because it's online. And it's small. It's micro interactions.
Yeah.
But those kind of things, when they're unaddressed, when they're stacked up, when there are no boundaries, right? They can create resentment, jealousy, insecurity, all kinds of things, and a lot of mistrust if it's not addressed openly. So tonight we want to talk about it. If this has been an issue in your relationship, or if there's been an emotional affair that's happened somewhere over the rainbow in your relationship, and it started all from a DM, an innocent DM where what was just friendly started to cross the line.
You knew it was suspect.
Cross the line.
You knew it was suspect.
You ever get people who just come to your DM and just say hello? Anybody get that?
Those be bots though. Those be bots that
no, not all the time.
I get a bunch of those.
It don't always be hello. I mean, it don't always be no bots. It be dudes, and they just want to see if you're gonna say something back. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
You ain't told me about the dudes.
I mean, that's happening from time to time. Yeah, where it's like hello, and then they can see I see the message. Sometimes I might say hello. But
you be corresponding with this people? You be talking back? My wife should be talking back to this people?
I might say hello once or twice. But then they like...
So you up in the DMs responding?
No, but I just say hello. I'm like, okay. Because I don't know, they're trying to get your attention. Sometimes they're trying to get your attention. And then I realize they're like, oh, you have a pretty smile. Like, it's one of them. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times there are things that we don't recognize that can really... it just creates messiness. Yeah, and so we want to get into it tonight.
Hey, y'all, before we do that, I want to let y'all know that next week, y'all, we got our Conflict to Connection Challenge coming up. If you have not signed up for it, you're going to be missing out, y'all. You're missing out. We got 3 days. We're going to show you how to go from beefing to booed up in 72 hours or less. And so make sure you sign up for the Conflict to Connection Challenge. IG, comment challenge right now, and we'll shoot you a DM, with more information so you can sign up. Blamley, y'all gotta sign up and be in the room. And then when you sign up, make sure you upgrade to VIP too, y'all. You get a workbook, you can get the replays, you can get access to the VIP after party. So again, next week, the 23rd through the 25th, We got the conflict to connection challenge coming up. So make sure you are in the room, y'all. Are in the room. Some of y'all got conflict in your relationship because of these cell phones, because of these DMs, because of how you be engaging in social media. So we want to take you from beefing again to being booed up. But you got to be in the room to learn how to do that. So, all right, y'all, let's go ahead and hop right into it. This right here, is something that I think a number of folks don't really see as being a big deal in the relationship. And when it comes to this whole piece around cell phone usage and DMs, as my wife just mentioned a moment ago, like some folks just be like saying hi and saying hello and seeing whether or not you'll engage. I think that we conveniently convince ourselves that all exchanges, because they're over social media, because they're over the internet, are benign, aren't necessarily a threat. And if you're not careful, y'all, you can find yourself walking into some deep water. Because you got some lurkers out here. You got some people that's intentionally trying to set up a trap. They intentionally try to put out the bait to disrupt what it is that you got going on. Has anybody on here had an issue in their relationship over cell phone usage? Type a 1 in the chat. If you've ever had an issue in the relationship over how your spouse, how your partner engages in cell phone usage, who they're communicating with, who they're liking, social media stuff, like if you've ever had that issue, type a 1 in the chat. I want to see, like, has that ever been an issue? See the Blamley saying, yeah, It's a thing, y'all. It's a thing, and we think that it's not a big deal.
Y'all can't hear us? Can y'all hear us on Instagram?
People responding, yeah.
Okay.
We think that it's not a big deal to like somebody's picture. We think that it's not a big deal to throw up some hearts. We think that it's not a big deal to throw up a smiley face. But a lot of people do. A lot of people think that it's not a big deal. Again, because they over there and we over here. But all of that stuff matters, y'all. All of it matters. So you want to make sure that you're being mindful, and we're going to share with you some do's and don'ts when it comes to these likes and these DMs, these loves, these hearts, whatever it may be, these smiley faces, these, reaching out, attempting to build a relationship and connect in, and this trauma bonding that might take place in the DMs.
There's a whole lot going on.
Identification with somebody's issues and stress, and the fact that you got kids and I got kids and we live in the same neighborhood and they go to the same school. We're going to talk about that stuff, y'all, because again,
my husband be
people,
tripping, my wife be tripping.
Yeah, people, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's benign, right? It's real light, right? Nah, it ain't. It's not. You setting yourself up to be in a trap.
Okay, so we got a couple of things, y'all. A couple of things tonight to focus on for you all. So the first thing is this: if you don't know, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I've heard people do. If you don't know, consistently liking somebody's pictures, right? Particularly if they got pictures where they're showing themselves, they have on revealing clothing, or they got on a cute outfit, right? And you keep liking their photos over and over again. You're like, what? I've heard plenty of people say, like, what's the big deal? Like, you're just being insecure. Like, we go way back. Like, it's not even like that. Her picture looked nice. But the question to ask yourself is, would you do that if your spouse was standing over top of you? If you scrolled up on the screen and it was right there, and she was just sitting there looking, you'd be like, love. Let me love that. That thigh's looking really good. No, you would not. More often than not, you would not, right? And then what if your partner, what if your wife or your husband do that? What if they did that with somebody else? And here's the thing I've heard some people say, like, and I heard dudes do this. It's not a problem for me. You know what I'm saying? She can because you still want to do the shit that you be doing. She can it's just liking a picture. What is this? This elementary school? This middle school? Like, we can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on social media. This is somebody I went to college with. She looking good. She lost weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, good for her. I commented, put some comments in there about, like, oh, you taking the smoothies and the protein drinks, and that's good. But you liking all the things. Nah, bruh. You way too invested. Let me tell you something. There has to be boundaries. And it doesn't matter that you actually a trainer. It don't matter that that's actually your area. You can't be that invested and be on somebody's page that much where you are continuously commenting. And see, when stuff like that happens, I often wonder, what does your profile say? Does it say you married, or it don't say nothing? Because I have been to people's profiles. I'm like, oh, you don't even say he.
You're gonna run into some issues with that, though, babe.
Oh, that's fine. Come on with it.
So
You know
what if
Come
I'm
on
a
with
trainer?
it.
What if I'm a trainer? And
You don't
that's
need to
that's
be-
what I do.
Uh-huh.
And I'm trying to get to the bag for you. And so I'm liking these pictures. I'm throwing these hearts. I'm engaging, and I'm even in the DMs because I'm trying to get this business so I can buy you the bag.
Okay, let's take this into a real life example. My husband and I are marriage therapists and coaches. We do individual work with people as well, right? Personal development, all that. Now, maybe you've done this and I'm just not aware. I mean, I'm serious. I just might not be aware. People be on, people online, and they're talking about their issues. They're talking about the challenges they're having in their relationship, the challenges they're having with their spouse, whatever the case may be. Hurry up and come back over here so I can ask you this question. Come on. I don't think.
How your iPhone went down that fast though?
Because I ain't had it plugged up today. I don't think that you just be, and you tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
But I know you should know better. I don't think that you have been on something like that. As they're talking about their issue, that you on every time they posting, and they saying something about their issue or pray for me because we haven't been going through hard times. You over there commenting every time because you're trying to say, oh, I'm trying to get some business and I want to help them out. You're not over there. Let me just give you some thoughts and let me give you some advice, sis. And you're not engaging with the person on an ongoing basis. And that brings me to point number 2. You can respond to that in a moment, or point number 3, 4, whatever this is. When you're in the DMs, there's a difference between casual check-ins and ongoing conversations. It's too many folks online who are having ongoing conversations with people. Like, what are you talking about? Why are y'all having ongoing conversations? That's a boundary issue. And then oftentimes your partner does not know that. So there's a hidden aspect to it. So if there's a hidden aspect to it, to these ongoing conversation, right, that creates mistrust right off the top. Well, why I gotta tell you everything about who I'm talking to online? Like, it's not that serious. If you're having an ongoing conversation, it's just like this. We did this post a while back. A friend of his is a friend of mine, and a friend of mine is a friend of his. If you are actually a friend, and I'm engaged in relationship with you, where I am cultivating a relationship with you, a platonic, friendly relationship, but I know about your world, and I'm we touch in whatever. You definitely a friend of my husband, especially if you're of the opposite sex. I'm not rapping to you like that. You talking to me sometimes, but you talking to us sometimes too. And there would be no situation where he wouldn't know who that person is. I'm just having this ongoing conversations. How many of y'all? Some of y'all on here tonight. Y'all be having ongoing conversations about the intimate parts of other people's lives and what they dealing with, and your partner knows nothing about the conversation, the context, the content, or the person. Out of order. You're out of order. So back to your original question or issue or whatever, there should be no, I'm coming back because I'm trying to get to the, no. There should be boundaries at all times. And anyway, you can reach out and say, hey, I got some information, or I provide this service or what have you, but I'm not trying to woo you out here. I'm on your post trying to woo you into business. Sit down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't go down like that. And if that is a part of your methodology, because there probably are folks out here like that, you shady anyway. And there's a lack of integrity, as far as I'm concerned.
So
y'all quiet over here in the. Oh, let me look over here. Y'all quiet. I'm wondering if people doing some of these things. Y'all ain't saying a lot tonight. On the IG, y'all are a little bit. Somebody just said something. Can you go back?
So to answer your question, no, I don't. I do engage, just simply based off of the nature of what it is that we do. But I definitely keep it professional. And then I'm also communicative too with my wife.
And are you having ongoing conversations about the details of their relationship issues?
Nah, I mean, I want to know what the issue is to see how we can best serve them. But outside of that, I'm not taking it any further. I mean, it's unnecessary for me to do that. And I'm also, as my wife mentioned, I got boundaries in place, and I love my wife, and I'm gonna honor, the boundaries and the commitment that I made to her. So, I'm on point in reference to that. We had a client before that was a hairstylist, and so kind of similar to the space that I'm in terms of working with predominantly women. one of the things that was lifted up. Now this is different because I don't do this, but one thing that was lifted up is that, I got to talk that talk so that the women feel beautiful.
Oh, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I got to talk that talk so that the women feel beautiful. And his lady, in some respects, she understood, but it's a fine line, y'all. It's really a fine line.
I don't understand.
And so, some of y'all you may have a man, may have a husband that might be like, I got to flirt a little bit in order to get to the opportunity for us. It's a fine line, y'all, because what I've seen is that in instances where that takes place, infidelity has also taken place.
It ain't no fine line. It just need to be a goddamn line. It's just a line. It's a boundary. You don't
not no fine or not no faint line.
Ain't no fine line. It's no fine line. I just want. I don't know what you mean by that, but no fine line. Like you could do a little bit, but no, don't do it at all. Like I don't know.
Nah, I mean, so I'm not in that space, but I can definitely understand.
No.
How
you don't
come on, ladies. I
don't understand
ladies,
that.
like when you go to a salon, and y'all might say that the guy who's doing your hair is gay, but let's say he's straight.
You're being stereotypical.
No, I'm just saying. But like, let's say
our hair done, and we don't. That's not a thing. Like I need you to talk
but
to
do
me
you,
and,
but,
and
but,
tell me I look good. So I know if that's the way I want it, and
if he's telling you look good, and you're gonna come back to get some more service, and if that's the case. Again, the reason why I'm saying it's a fine line is because like you're in dangerous territory.
It's not a fine line. It should just be.
So I'm just saying, like, I'm encouraging you not to go there. That's what I'm saying. I'm encouraging you not to go there.
It sounds like you low key encouraging the person who might be using that strategy that it's okay to do that.
Not that it's okay.
Because it's not. What am I missing?
Not that it's okay, but from a business perspective, I understand it.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Wherever you go, there you are. That means your integrity, your principles, the way you move and operate should not shift and move around based on if you're in a business context or you're in a personal context or you're in a church context. Like who you be is who you be, no matter where you are. You know what I'm saying? So to me, at the end of the day, you have to have boundaries and you have to have principles and you have to be sharp. And you have to also know yourself. Some of y'all are slippery. Y'all just slippery. Yeah. You don't even know how to. You can't hang out near no water because you're gonna slip and fall down. You know what I'm saying? Face first. But none of us should be doing that from my perspective. I hear you. You're seeming like
I got people that's like party promoters, and some of y'all be going to cabarets, be going to parties, and doing these trail rides and stuff like that. And so all I'm saying is that like when you go to these spaces.
We say, hey, beautiful, we need you in the club tomorrow night. We need you at the cabaret tomorrow night, beautiful. You coming?
Yeah, some of that. I mean,
we got a cabaret going on tomorrow night. It's going to be a good time. Come on out.
I want y'all to be real, Joe.
Like, I know people are like that, but I'm saying that's the shady
like
ones.
that, but then y'all respond to the people who are like that. Ladies, y'all respond to that. And so I'm saying...
Single women?
Married women, too. Married women respond to that. They respond to the flattery. Like, I'm not out of pocket with this piece right here. Y'all respond when y'all get compliments. Y'all respond to the flattery.
So you think it's okay? It's okay if I respond like that? Like, oh, thank you.
What I'm saying is that whether you respond or not, like, it's
what ladies?
There's an appeal that's there. And I think that, I don't want to dehumanize us. Like, you like it. You like it. But for the person who's doing that, I'm just saying that if you find yourself stuck in that space, you're going to slip, you're going to fall, and you ain't going to be able to get up. And so I'm cautioning the men, and I'm also cautioning the women who are in professions where sex appeal is required, where there's an element of like, bait and attraction and coming to this party, come get your hair done, come do this and come do that. Like, I'm trying to lift up the piece that you gotta be careful, bro. You gotta be careful, sis, because I've seen more often than not that it only leads to an affair. It leads to an affair. And that's what we don't want. So you gotta govern yourself accordingly because you're gonna get caught up. You think you're nice like that, but that ain't the way to go. So it's twofold here. The shit happens. And what I'm saying is that, like, bruh, like, you gotta know your boundaries. And if you're the type of person that's going to find yourself like in deep water and can't get back home, don't do none of that stuff.
Well, here's the thing. Even if you're not the type of person who's going to find yourself in deep water, don't do none of that stuff. Because here's the thing. I think that people think that, like, you know, I know who I am. I know, you know, that you're my boo and whatever. There's an appropriate way to be. And every couple is different. So all couples aren't the same. Every person is different. But I think that sometimes people think that they're kind of immune to it. Here's the thing. It's not about control when it comes to two people in relationship. It's not about controlling each other and how you move. It's more about protecting trust. Somebody need to protect the trust tonight. Because sometimes we are more caught up in, like, it's not that serious. Why you trying to control me? Or, like, you know, you jealous, whatever. But we're not recognizing the sanctity of the relationship and that it's our duty to protect the trust. So if you remember that should be your guiding light, I'm protecting the trust, then if this makes my partner uncomfortable, then I'm not liking that. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing them DMs. I'm not about to be up. I'm not sending somebody a message at 11:30 at night. Mm-hmm. And nobody should be calling my house at 10 o'clock at night talking about what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's about protecting the trust. So I think that there should be some standards in terms of how we operate. And I think this piece around people thinking that they can kind of, you know, it's not that serious. And let me just say this. There are too many women I've seen sit in front of me. And because your partner, your spouse, your husband is really kind of strong in their opinion, or they have a really, you know, some people have just more expressive personalities. You might be more chill or whatever. You allow them to kind of set the tone in terms of saying, like, it's not that serious. You need to, you know, be secure in yourself. You know, I'm not a child. And you're like, well, I understand. Or maybe they have a job, one of them jobs like you're talking about. And you're like, well, I understand. I'm going to need you to not understand. I'm gonna need you to get some non-negotiables of your own. I'm gonna need you to not just follow your husband's lead. Oh, that might not be popular to hear, but sometimes we have to have a sense of what our intuition and what our gut tells us about what is appropriate and what is not. Sometimes we need to not give a good goddamn about what the next person is doing, but we know what makes us comfortable or uncomfortable based on our personal history. And the only person we have to honor first is ourselves, so that we can then make sure that everybody else around us honors us. Because when we don't do that, then we get a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Some of y'all doing too much agreeing, feeling some type of way because you don't want him to feel like you're doing too much, whatever. Forget all that. Trust your gut. If it's about protecting the trust between the two of you, it's also about you protecting the trust you should have within yourself about, like, wait a minute, I'm not stupid out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not tripping. And why do I need my man to give me approval? You know what I'm saying? About what I feel. Like, I feel what I feel. Feelings are not right or wrong. If you didn't know that today, let that be an awareness, an awakening for you. Feelings are not right or wrong. They just are what they are. And if you're in a relationship with somebody, you should be trying to honor one another's feelings. At the end of the day, like, don't fall for the okie doke, because there's too many people out here falling for it. So
am I endorsing the okie doke?
Low key.
Low key.
Low key to me.
But what y'all think? Am I endorsing the okie doke?
Just like, well, you know, you can. I mean, I understand from a business perspective. Mm. Like, bruh. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, I do want to be clear that you know, I'm in agreement with my wife. Some of y'all might be like, "You simp," but I'm in agreement with my wife. And,
I mean, you
and
can say you disagree.
You know, and what she's saying, you know, I'm in agreement with her. And I think that from the virtual space, the social media space, the online space, that you know, we got to be careful. We got to be careful about you know, how we move and how we navigate certain situations, and going back and forth for extended exchanges and stuff like that is inappropriate. And so I'm definitely right there with her in reference to that. I want to be clear that the piece that I was lifting up was in reference to you know, offline stuff. And there's an element of inappropriateness that could be present in that too. Mm-hmm. But I also know as well that it's you know, it's a gray area depending upon what profession you're in. And according to my wife, it's black and white. And I do think that some behaviors are black and white, and some boundaries should be black and white. But in the midst of that, you know, it's I'm in agreement with my wife in reference to that. So I just wanted to say that.
Thanks, babe. All right, so we want to share with you all before we close out tonight a few alternatives. Some of y'all ain't never done none of this, and you're like, oh, I hadn't thought about that. Right? You need to use social media to strengthen your marriage. To strengthen your marriage, not to strain your marriage. You know what I mean? Like, when's the last time you put out a post of you and your boo, or just them talking about, I love him so much because he is the best man ever. He's such a great husband, whatever. We've been through ups and downs, but we standing strong. You know, when's the last time you've done something like that? Just posting your spouse, posting a picture of the two together. It ain't got to just be an anniversary time. Just out the blue. How nice would that be? How nice would that be to be able to do that for your partner, or to see that? So I want you all to understand that you can use, you can use social media to strengthen your relationship. You don't have to just be caught up in what everybody else is doing. The next thing, let me look at my notes here. The next thing is pay attention to what your partner is doing. Pay attention to what your sweetie pie is doing online. You know what I'm saying? Like, you commenting on and liking everything else, but you ain't even looked and see what your boo has posted. And then don't let me tell Aiza, did you see that post I put out? And he's like, oh no, I'm gonna check it out. And then I look maybe the next day and he still ain't liked it. I'm like, did you ever look at that post I told you? You know, because I care about him. Right? I care about him, but I don't need him to look at everything I do, right? But at the end of the day, I'm like, are you paying attention? Are you paying attention to the things that I'm like interested in and then I like, you know? And a post is just one thing. Look, hey D'Angela, because I send plenty of posts to his text messages, like, oh, not posts, but you know,
reels,
you know, whatever. Yeah, like look at this, and then I sit down with him and make him look at them with me because he don't want to look at them. But the point, right, is to use it to strengthen your marriage, to learn more about each other, the things that you all are interested in. Share inspiring content with your partner, things that you think. Don't just send them stuff about like a good man does this, a good woman does that. Like, how about you just make the time to have a conversation and get to the point of what it is you're trying to really say to them.
Y'all be trying low-key ladies passive-aggressive with the reels and posts that y'all be sending y'all man. Like, you trying to get them. Yeah, I do. I hear that from men. You trying to get them to, you sending them messages from me because you trying to get them to understand and to move in a particular way. But when dudes receive that type of stuff, like, they understand the game. Like, you know, it's not received well. And there's a certain level of irritation that comes along with that. And so be mindful. Like, they don't want to hear that. And they know what you're trying to do. It's like you're trying to change them. You know, however, if there's a certain level of trust that they build with the person that you're sending them, then that might be able to be influential. But other than that, like, just be mindful about, does he be sending you stuff? You know, about how you need to change as a wife? More than likely, the answer is no.
He might.
But I mean, most men not all into the mix like that. And so, but ladies, y'all be guilty of like sending stuff like,
look
watch
at this podcast.
Yeah,
look at this YouTube video.
And then ask what you think about that.
Watch this sermon.
Yeah.
Started at 3 minutes and 27 seconds.
What you think about it?
And then come back and let's talk about it.
Yeah. So you gotta be mindful of that, y'all.
So y'all, I mean, I think ultimately what we want you all to know, right, is that DMs, comments, likes, all of that, they in and of themselves are not bad. But context matters. How things come across matters. What it looks like to other people, man, I don't care what other people think. Well, you need to, because if you're married, particularly, right, and you're in a relationship with your partner, it is your job to make sure that you are protecting not just your partner and your connection and the trust and all of that, which is really important, but also the message that you are conveying to the world. I aim to make my husband look good. Period.
And you do, babe.
And I'm not trying to. I'm not just all into myself. I'm like, whatever, it don't matter. Like, let me sit here and do what I want to do. No. You understand? So we have to pay attention to the context and secrecy. Secrecy is the thing. Too many of y'all got secrets. You're like, why is it? And then sometimes you'd be like having a secret about talking to somebody, you know, like somebody reached out from high school, whatever, and it ain't even nothing to it. But because they're just somebody that popped up and you like, ooh, this is a little awkward or weird, you don't speak on it. Just speak on it. Stop making stuff into something that ain't nothing. Now it is something. So it's about secrecy and again protecting the trust in your relationship and protecting your bond, making sure that you do that by having good boundaries and that you are letting the communication flow between the two of y'all first before you commenting and liking everybody else's stuff.
I'm gonna ask you some questions.
Okay.
Possibly some uncomfortable questions.
Oh, really? Okay, let's go.
And I'm asking y'all too. I'm asking y'all the same questions. Have you seen an attractive man online before?
Yes. Okay. Come on, you know that.
Ladies, have y'all seen attractive men online before? Type of 1 in the comments if you have. Type of 1 in the comments.
If anybody type of 2, you lying.
Have y'all seen an attractive woman online before? Type of 2 in the comments if you've seen an attractive woman online.
Wait, I thought it was a 1 for yes.
It was a 1 for men, a 2 for women.
Oh, you're confusing me.
All right. I just wanted to see, again, so just because you see it and just because you notice it, here's another question. Have you liked an attractive man's post based off of purely looks before?
I haven't. Absolutely.
Outside of your husband, have you liked an attractive man's post?
She said, yeah.
Based just purely off of looks. Not because he cooking in the kitchen, not because he changing a tire.
Now my thing is, I just don't be paying attention that much. I be liking a lot of people's stuff, but don't like it. You know anybody like that? Somebody like getting mad at myself, like I'm like all into it, and I'm like, but I forget to like the people's stuff.
Okay.
But
so we got certain behaviors. So for the ladies that are saying yes, and for the men that are saying yes.
Wait a minute. Can I add this caveat? Are you liking a man who looks attractive, their post, and they're not a celebrity? They're just a regular? Now, celebrities feel like they just have, that's a separate category. So
they're not really touchable. So it's.
It's like they're celebrities. So everybody, if you like just a regular old person, like you don't know, everybody don't know them.
Now I'm asking another question, y'all.
Somebody y'all say, okay, yes, both.
Have y'all liked ladies? I ain't gonna get too many ones on this, but ladies, type of 1.
Ladies a lot, not no men.
No, the men. It's the ladies. I want y'all to put a 1 in the chat. Fellas, I want y'all to put a 2 in the chat. Have you liked somebody's post?
Ooh, excuse me.
Wake your ass up.
I'm sleepy.
Have
I
you
leave here at 4 something in the morning.
Have you liked somebody's post? Ladies, put a 1 in the chat if you liked a man's post based off of their anatomy. Fellas, put a 2 in the chat if you liked a woman's post based off of her anatomy. Have you liked a man's post based off of their anatomy?
You answer first.
I haven't
Actually,
liked.
you
I haven't
haven't
liked. I don't. Yeah, I don't be liking.
I just don't do that. So
I don't be liking no women's posts.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Have you admired a woman's anatomy? Let me say an anatomy, her body online.
I've been next to you, and we've been scrolling through reels, and I've told you to go back to.
Just answer the question.
Yeah.
What have you admired?
The ass.
I noticed when he moving and he going like this, and he like
he
go up and then he go back down, and I'd be like, keep it moving, buddy.
So here's the piece, y'all. I'm asking y'all those questions because for the people that say yes, and even for the people that say no, actually for the people that say yes, you want to be very mindful about dwelling on a person, getting fixated on body parts, getting fixated on possibilities. When you find yourself in a space where you're constantly thinking, when you're ruminating about this or that, him or her, then that's when you're entering dangerous territory. We're all human, y'all. So women on here, even if you're married, you find other men attractive. Men who are on here, even if you're married, you find other women attractive. And I just want to normalize the fact that it's a bunch of beautiful black people that's like walking around. But the question is really how you govern yourself when you're engaging with those people. And whether or not you even engage in the first place. One of the things that I live by is that it's easier to avoid than it is to resist. So I don't put myself in compromising situations because, it's just like look at what I got. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I love what I got. And I value what I got. And so I want to keep on building what I got too. And so, again, like, don't put yourself in a compromising situation. So when it comes to these DMs, liking and loving, et cetera, and I saw some yeses on here after we get off of IG and after we close out on YouTube. I want to hear like what the thought process is behind that, Blamley. So I'm gonna let y'all lag behind for a minute. But yeah, like we gotta be extremely mindful because the way that we move, it sends a message. It sends a message to our partner. And when my wife and I, when we're laying in the bed and we're scrolling and stuff like that, and I see somebody that's attractive, if I'm like, slow down, go back, she be feeling some sort of way, and I'm just messing with her, and she knows that I'm messing with her, but that stuff overall, depending upon like the space that y'all are in your relationship, it can definitely have a negative impact. If she was to do the same thing to me, I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
because he's a much more sensitive man when it comes to that.
Yeah, so
more sensitive.
So,
you know what I'm saying? I can play around with it, and he's going to get really serious.
So
why is that?
So again, like, you want to be careful, you want to be mindful. But if you're again dwelling and being uber communicative with somebody via text, via DM, like, that's a problem, yo. It's really a problem that can lead to bigger problems in your relationship. So you need to cut that. You need to cut that. Some of y'all like certain pages, and then certain things keep on coming your way. You walking in very dangerous territory. Be careful. Be careful. What you want to say?
Good night, and thank you for coming out. I'm ready to go get me some food and get in the bed.
Get in the bed? Okay.
Bow, 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 bow. All right, everybody, remember that next week, Tuesday, September the 22nd through Thursday, September the 24th.
23rd to the 25th.
Oh, I'm sorry. The 23rd through the 25th. Tuesday through Thursday of next week, the 23rd through the 5th. Go to blamchallenge.com. Can they put something in the comments over there?
IG comment challenge. We got the conflict to connection challenge coming up next week. We're going to show you how to go from beefing to being brewed up in 72 hours. So type challenge in the comment or send us a DM. You can DM us the word challenge and we'll send you the information. Make sure you sign up. And when you sign up, upgrade to VIP so you can participate in the after parties too. So
don't act like, oh, you must be on here. Don't act like, oh, I've been to that before. I know that. No, you don't.
Yeah.
We gotta keep practicing.
Yeah. Workbook, replays, after party. Like, it's going to be on point, y'all. Yeah. It's going to be on point. Mm-hmm.
All right, next week we'll see you for that challenge, conflict to connection. Everybody, get your social media etiquette together.
And Blamley, stay back for a second. I just want to hear what y'all got to say.
See y'all.
Hey, IG, I'm talking to the Blamley. They're part of our Blamcore group coaching community, so you can also become a part of that too. But come to the challenge. You'll learn more about that there.
Bye, guys. All right.